Suspects in an alleged mass shooting plot appeared side by side in court today, but the latest details did not come from the courtroom. Thanks for joining us for 8 News at 6. I'm Eric Phillips. Deanna is off tonight. We have live team coverage on what we know about the suspects as we look for answers from police. 8 News reporter Ben Dennis is standing by with the latest from RPD's impromptu news conference this afternoon. But we begin with Olivia Jaquith, who was in the courtroom this morning. Olivia, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Eric, lots of developments in the courtroom today as we saw the two suspects in person and on camera for the first time since they were charged. Now, the Commonwealth is no longer prosecuting them as the case is actually moving forward at the federal level. However, charges still have not been filed specifically related to a mass shooting plot. A rare look inside a Richmond courtroom. Two suspects in an alleged Independence Day mass shooting plot appearing before a judge in Manchester.
We've got two matters here.
Julio Alvarado-Dubon and Rolman Balacarcel, both originally from Baja Verapaz in Guatemala, scheduled for a preliminary hearing. The suspects have been in custody since early July, each charged with gun possession by an unlawful alien. Back on July 6th, Richmond Police Chief Gerald shared why.
A subject who I am referring to as a hero citizen picked up the phone, overheard a conversation that there was a mass shooting being planned here in the Richmond of Virginia at our 4th of July celebration at the Dell.
The suspects were arrested on July 1st and 5th, authorities seizing 2 assault rifles, a handgun, and several rounds of ammo. However, Presiding Judge David Hicks says he was not made aware of the specific information regarding the Dell until returning home at the end of the day to watch the news.
2 of my 3 sons were at Dogwood Dell on the 4th of July, my 22-year-old and my 15-year-old.
But in court today, Prosecutor Clinton Seal saying he has no evidence to support specific ties to that location.
The Commonwealth has no information that either of these individuals were involved in a potential shooting or planned shooting at Dogwood Dell on the 4th of July here in the city of Richmond.
I think that there is evidence to support the potential for a shooting.
The case now moving to federal court. So far, Balacarcel, whose name is listed under an alias in that federal complaint, has only been charged with illegal re-entry to the U.S. after previously being deported. Meanwhile, Alvarado is facing a federal version of what he was originally charged with in Richmond. Now, a source tells me that federal agents are now working to move the suspects into their custody. And after the court appearance this morning, Balacarcel's attorney told me that the two suspects are likely to stay in custody in Virginia, though they will probably be moved to a regional jail outside the city of Richmond. For now, live in Manchester, Olivia Jaquith, 8 News.